So who would love to learn and dive into perhaps how I think about coaching?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's do that. What I want to do is coach a little bit and then have you guys figure it out. It's like a coaching masterclass. And then from that, I'll know what to teach you. Because I could get up here and just talk about coaching. Literally, I've counted for 50 days, 8 hours a day. But I don't know what your experience of coaching is or what you think coaching is or how to attain results for your clients is. So unless you see me and you experience gaps or challenges or ahas, I don't know what to speak to. So I don't have any content prepared. I know some stuff, but I'll coach, and from that, we'll reveal from your questions and your insights what it is I could teach. I'll just pull from my menu. How does that sound? Yeah. Okay, so I've been thinking about where we're going to head this morning as I coach and just to share a basic principle that I'm working with. So a lot of the principles you've been sharing is a yes-no answer, a yes but, yes and, yes but not sometimes, which means there's not really a core principle. True? Yeah. If it can't be applied all the time with everyone, it's not a core principle. So I was thinking, okay, and I haven't taught this before, so I don't know how I'm going to blunder about. I think that's how you spell it. I'm always looking for the genesis. So what's the constant? So genesis or constant that I can count on to be true in every coaching moment. And most of what you've shared, the answer is no. They're variables. How much rapport you have is a variable. Yeah. Yes? Whether or not you call the client out in excuses is a variable. And I can't remember the others, but you guys get a sense of what I'm saying, that they're variables, that sometimes they're true, not all the time, and not with everyone. Which means they're completely variable, which means they're not genesis, they're not constants. Now, why do I look for a constant? Because I want a universal principle. That's what I'm really seeking. I want the universal principles. And there's not many.
What you're doing when you coach with frames?
Yep, but they're not even principles. They almost are, and you could get away with it with my 33 frames, but I reckon we can go back, we can go back even further. So, yeah.
Is the purpose because it provides a benchmark?
Nope. Yes and no, but, well, it is a benchmark, but it doesn't provide that because intrinsically it is. Why do I want the genesis or the core principle or the universal truth, or why is that my goal before I begin coaching?
Because that's sort of your basis for all of the coaching.
It is the basis for all the
Without
coaching.
that initial seed or that initial embryo, if you want to say,
Yeah?
you're not going to have the core to be true to what you want the coaching to be.
Yes.
Because really back down to that single atom of
And
truth in it.
yes, and now we need to backfill some of what you've said. Because what do you mean by what I want coaching to be? So keep going.
Is it something that you know they will agree with?
No, God no. Most of the human, what I'm going to share with you that I believe is universal, most of the planet would die defending is wrong.
It's to do what's true, what needs to be done rather than what they
Yeah, that's part of it.
I think it's an anchor for consistent results.
Yeah, kinda. That's not the reason what I'm thinking about. It is consistency of truth, but the client doesn't always act on it. So I can't guarantee their results. I'm always going to come from that place. I'm mostly going to come from that place when I'm coaching. Yeah. Oh, that's so disappointing. Everything just, yeah.
Because you can be confident in what you are talking about, and you know your
No,
basics.
I'm already confident. I don't need it for that. Yeah.
Is it the foundation?
Foundations of
So everything builds on that, so that
everything does build on that. What's everything? There's a lot of normalizations being universal quantifiers and generalizations.
I think it's because it's the way you're being and there's no content required. So you just, it's always, and
Yes,
you're
it is
also
always.
demonstrating. So as long as you stick consistent with the being, everything else should be in
Okay.
line with that.
Yes, that, and I'm just going to give you a hint. It isn't going to be like this forever. I'm getting older, huh?
Is it about the
Yeah, it is. Okay, you're desperate to speak, and then I'll. Yeah, and now I forgot what I was going to write. So whatever.
Wow.
No.
No. Okay.
No, that's content. That's content. I'm asking, why do I go for universal truths? It's not because of love.
Because you wanted to find what's important for that person, the value.
No. Okay, I'm stopping. That's it. I'm out. Just stop. I can't remember what I was going to write now, but what was I going to say? Why am I doing this? Okay, yes, I remember. Because everything else is a presupposition. Everything that is not a universal truth is a presupposition. What is a presupposition? It's a linguistic assumption, or it is an assumption. It is an assumption of the existence of something, the awareness of something, the awareness of something now, the cause and effect. There are assumptions about cause and effect and complex equivalence that your clients are doing automatically all day long. And anything other than a universal truth is to accept the presuppositions. If you accept the presuppositions, what have you just accepted? Their map. You are now coaching to their map, not coaching within their map to change it. Do you see the difference? Yes. Let's just keep talking. So what are you hearing? Because you guys were saying a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm saying it's that. What are you hearing when you hear that? Well, it's really simple. Other than that,
It's not true.
huh?
Well, everything that people accept in their map is not necessarily true.
They believe it's true, but is it necessarily true? It's not fact, but they believe it is. So that you've already got the reason why you need precepts to be part of it. Yeah.
So by doing that, you protect yourself to buying into their myth, basically.
Yes, that's a very, and this isn't pejorative, it's a limited way of thinking about it. I'm not thinking I need to protect myself from their map. It's not guarding. Yeah. I'm at high alert to how I can serve them. And I can't serve them if I'm accepting their cause and effect or how they believe reality is formed. So mostly people are walking around with presuppositions or assumptions that I call misunderstandings. So you can have reality, and again, coaches have a lot of weird relationships with that word. Reality being the universal principle. And so I'll share with you a universal principle in a moment. A universal principle, it's always true for everybody in every situation. That's reality, because it's always going to be there. Does that make sense? Yes. What's about to happen if I let go of this? Is that reality? Yes. That's an example of reality. Is there a pen in my hand? Yes. That is reality. Is there now a pen not in my hand? Yes. They are facts. Someone saying me changing hands of the pen indicates the devil just took control of my soul. Is that a fact? No. But is it true to them? Yes. That would be an example of a misunderstanding. Well, yeah, you can use any language you want, but go with mine. Yeah. It's a misunderstanding. You guys digging it? Yes. What's going to happen if you lift something up and drop it all around the globe and pretty well everywhere in the universe to different degrees? What's working when I let go of it? Gravity. Gravity exists everywhere we've been and measured. Black holes suck gravity. Like, gravity is a constant. Well, what if there is a universal truth just like that? But anyone walking around not believing in gravity, what's happening to them? Please share. It's a fact, because you cannot believe in it, but you're going to have a consequence, aren't you? Yeah. Well, I don't believe if I step off this building that gravity is going to work. I believe, though, I have a misunderstanding that doesn't apply to me. Please share what you believe probably in all likelihood is going to happen. They're going to fall. So they can believe anything they want about gravity, but the reality is, are you hearing now how I'm using the word reality? The reality is they will. You guys digging this? Yes. Well, what if we could find the universal principle that no matter what, you don't have to believe it, you don't have to act like it's true, and it's still going to act as a constant. That's what I coach to, and only that. And there's only really one constant or universal truth I coach to, and it's this. And I'm going to try and say it because it's conceptual to me, and I haven't spoken about it out loud. And I'm going to mess it up in my first iteration. So don't scramble to take notes because I'm going to suck. Here it goes. It was rapid solitary. We don't experience the event. We only experience ourselves. But there's more to it because you're going, yeah, I get that. But most of us live like the event is the thing. Most of us live like the event is the thing. I want to go further. One of the things that constantly amazes me is how, and I get caught up in it too, less and less every year, thank goodness. But still a work in progress, and I teach this stuff. People say I feel really anxious about something, so I'm not going to do it. Where's the precept in that? Nope. That's the end result. No. Oh my God, no. I'm really anxious about something, so I'm not going to do it. What's the basic precept? They're anxious about the thing.
Yeah.
Are they really anxious about the thing? What are they actually anxious about? Their thoughts about the thing. Everybody just then would have coached and accepted the precept. That the thing was the cause of anything. The thing can't be the cause. I see people making life decisions based on that misunderstanding. That the thing is in any way the cause of anxiety. Anxiety is the number one reason people pull away from doing the thing. They can call it fear or insecurity or a label. Basically, I will not live large because it scares me. Bullshit.
Yeah.
How can it do anything to you? Guys, you digging this?
Yes.
It can't do anything. Yeah. It is incapable of doing anything. Who had a teddy or a security blanket when you were growing up? And not nearly enough of us. Bunch of insecure attachment disorders in the room right here. It's true. But anyway, imagine you'd had a teddy when you were really young. Poor pricks, a lot of us. But anyway, there's like 6 of us did. So it's probably now a really poor metaphor, but give it a go. So you got a teddy when you're really little. What do you feel about the teddy? Safety and love, security, comfort, care, all of that. Now, some of you looking like, you felt what about a what? But that's an example of this happening right now. Did the teddy really give those feelings? No. Because to say yes would mean what about the teddy? Well, no, not that it's alive. The teddy has feelings in it that are somehow yours. Isn't a teddy just stuffing and material or whatever it's made of? Yeah? No, clearly it's not. It's way more special than that. I don't know what I was thinking. I apologise. Still in your bedroom. Okay, again, Sharon, poor example. But I see the problem. But can you get what I'm saying? That the thing does not have feelings in it. It made me feel. It made me feel. Yeah. It's a cause and effect violation, but I don't want you to simplify it to that because I've already taught you that like years ago. I want you to go deeper than that because just then I asked you, it makes you anxious, and everyone in the room bought the presupposition that it can cause anything. So I'm teaching it differently. But you might not have. You're quite right. I had left you out. I feel like I picked on you. Yeah. Well, I'm getting there. I'm building up. Right now I'm staying with a nice, safe pen. Man, I got resistance on a fucking teddy. You think we're ready for people? I don't think so. We're freaking out over tennis. Let's stay. I'm back to the pen. Back to the pen. Whew. We have a pen. It can't make us feel anything.
Yeah.
Does everyone accept that? Yes. It's just sitting there. Like, it's not doing anything. It's not a trick question. It's not flying through the air. Oh, but it might make me feel something if it hits me in the head. If you look for that level of trickery in the world, you have a lot of misunderstandings. I'm basically saying the pen has no feelings. Can you accept that? Yes. Nothing you tell me or however you try and twist reality is ever going to make it true that this pen somehow has feelings in it that are transferred to you in real time. Are we cool? Yes. Is anyone not believing that? Does anyone believe the pen has a feeling? So we're all on the same page. It's not feeling anything. Are we cool? Yeah, I know. And then we're thinking, what about people? Until we're there on the pen, we're not ready for a real life human being. Trust me. Now replace it. So do you agree it can't make you feel anything?
Yes. Yes.
What else could that be? Don't go to people. You're not ready. Could be a chair.
A chair.
We're not ready for things moving or variables. Let's just stay with stuck things. Again, let's take anything that's not got emotion attached to it. That people can wow, I could be here for 6 days on that topic. Yeah. Well, again, that's going to an experience. Guys, I'm talking about chair. A rock. Come on, guys. Just do it basically. A brick.
A table.
A tree. Yeah, thereemotional attachment to this.
A tree.
Oh, don't touch the handbag. That was blasphemy. Be gone, blasphemer. Handbag. Oh. Next you're going to say shoes.
I didn't know if you were ready for it.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Emotional attachment to that.
So are we ready for shoes?
No.
Some of you are going to see these shoes. And say, wow. Some of you are going to see these shoes and say, why are we talking about shoes? Who cares? Some of you are going to see these, which is blasphemy, we know that. Some of you are going to see these shoes and say, I don't like them. Some of you are going to maybe see these shoes and say, what's that got to do with anything? Have the shoes done anything? No. Except be there? No. I'll bring you back to... Tom, stay with it. I'll bring you back... Come on, seriously. Dig in. I'll bring you back to this. Have the shoes done anything? No. But there's always different perceptions that are possible. Do you get that? Yes. So it didn't cause your perception. What did? Yeah, I know you did. What about you? You're thinking. You're thinking. So this Genesis is it didn't cause anything in you. It can't. So we progress to shoes. We're going to up the ante a bit more and start going to experiences. But if the principle's the principle, if you've agreed the pen is incapable of making you feel anything, how does it change when I insert the words public speaking? Weird.
Yeah.
It is not the cause of that reaction. It can't be. It's all in here. You think about it. Let's say I was to say to you, by this afternoon I'll have you on the stage, you'll be public speaking with what, and some of you are just like gone bright red with fear at the thought of it.
Yeah.
Some of you are announcing it. Some of you are just trembling. And so, yeah, there's just a whole bunch of reactions. Some of you are fine about it. Did the announcement cause those different responses in you? How could it? Now let's go further. For whatever response or reaction you're having to that announcement, this is, if you believe the announcement that you're going to be public speaking this afternoon is the cause of your reaction, this is what would have to have happened. Somehow, the future event that hasn't happened yet has got feelings in it that have come back and transported in time into you now to cause you to feel that. Isn't that what you're saying? To get anxious about an event that hasn't happened yet. To believe it's the event that hasn't happened yet that is the cause of your feelings. Somehow that future event that has not happened has to have the exact feeling you've decided it's given you. And it hasn't happened yet. So somehow that feeling has traveled in time back to you now. Isn't that what you're saying when it's a future event causes you to feel anxious or nervous? Yeah. Come on, guys. Yeah. But don't we all do this? Yes. Everyone's doing this, and it's a misunderstanding. I believe coaching, I'm evolving as a coach all the time, but today I believe most of coaching is helping people get rid of their misunderstandings. Yeah. That's my core principle. That's my genesis. To help people correct or let go of misunderstandings. And yes, you want to simplify it. So you want to simplify cause. You want to explain cause and effect. I'm doing so much more than that. Because the next misunderstanding is this: I know how I feel. How I feel is how I feel. And I know we're all trained. You feel how you want to feel. You do you. Yes? Yes. But let's go a step further. The feeling is real to the person. Yes or yes? Yes. But is the feeling based on a fact? No. What's it based on?
Misunderstanding.
It's the illusion in the head, the thought. So yes, we're going to validate a feeling, but it doesn't make it that it's representing reality. How am I doing here? Yes. It can't represent reality. I'm going to go further. One of my universal principles, one of my truths, my constants, my genesis is this: no feeling represents reality. Have at it. No feeling represents reality. It can't. Because there is the pen, and for me to experience the pen, it has to pass through my thoughts. I have to make a decision about it. So no feeling, even though every feeling we have feels real to us, no feeling represents in any way, ever, reality. Ever. It can't. It only represents our thought in this moment. So yes, I'm going to validate how someone feels, but it's not where I'm going to stay with them. Because to stay with them in that is to just buy into this illusion, this delusion, this misunderstanding that what they're feeling, it's real to them, but it is reality. Do you get the difference? I'm not saying the feeling isn't valid to them. I'm respecting how they feel. Are you guys hearing this? Yeah. But it represents, if it's painful to them, a misunderstanding. Mm-hmm. That somehow that thing is the cause of this feeling. Yes?
Sharon, would you say in that instance that the feeling is a representation of the representation of reality?
Yeah, I think there's more representations in there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, a feeling is simply a reflection of our thoughts in this present moment, which is created by our thoughts in the previous moment, which is created by memories of previous events that have led to a conclusion about what this means.
All of which are mired with deletions, distortions, generalizations.
All of it. So basically we're reacting to thoughts based on memories. And we think we're feeling what we feel and we should have it. So yeah, I'm going to validate feelings up to a point, but people stay stuck in it. Like the self-absorption some people do, just staying stuck in, I don't know, I just feel really moody, down, sad, whatever, just to stay there. Whoa. I'm only going to validate to a point, and then I'm going to say, how is this serving you? Yeah. I'm just feeling what I'm feeling. No, you're just feeling your present moment thought. So tell me what you're thinking. I know, it's just happening. Yeah, and that lack of self-awareness, that's the misunderstanding. Yeah. So my job is to help them get aware of their thought. You guys following this? Yeah. Or they say this, you don't know what's happening. God, the number of people say to me, if you knew what was happening, nope, still not going to change this. Still not going to change this. Because there are people who have had way more piled onto them, who manage their thoughts in a functional way, and therefore their feelings are in reality.
Yes.
You guys digging it?
Yes.
They're not living a feeling that's representative of a past event that is no longer here. So now let's do events. We're almost at people. We're now going to do events. Whew. Are we okay with the pen?
Yes.
Did we make progress on the teddy? Yes. A little bit? We down for the shoes?
Yes.
It's all perception. Are we ready for an event?
Yes.
We'll give it a go?
Yes.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, we're ready. We can handle whatever's going to happen, we're adaptable. So an event happened in the past and somebody's still living the feeling. They're not living the feeling of that event. They're still living in the feeling of what? Their current thoughts about the memory of the event. So did the event cause the feeling? Is everyone there yet? I'm not hearing complete no's, because now it's getting personal. But this principle is not personal. It's simply universal. There's no exceptions, not even you. There is no exceptions. Look up the neurological studies on feelings. Nowhere does it say the pen causes a feeling. It doesn't say that. Yes? Yes. Well, if the pen doesn't cause the feeling, why does it suddenly change when it's an event? Well, an event has a feeling in it. This is an event. Are there any feelings in that event? No. It's the same. Thank you. The principle stays the same. Now, this is where we need to rehear this, if you're anything like me, about 2,000 times. You know, I'm teaching this, and every day I need to remind myself, am I responding to my thoughts, or am I letting myself have the misunderstanding that I am reacting to them? Because I am not reacting to them. I'm reacting to my thoughts.
Yeah.
How's that sitting?
Yeah, I'm loving this.
Yeah, say it again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try. I'll give it a go. Fuck, it's gone again. Yeah. We are not reacting to the person saying something to us. We are only reacting to our thoughts in the present moment.
Yes.
So that argument you had, you weren't arguing with them, you were arguing with your thoughts. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want that to be true. It's his fault. Everyone knows that. JP's in Perth right now. I can say anything. It's totally you, JP. You're always wrong and I'm always right. It's on the video. Said it 3 different videos. It has to be true. But it's not. Damn it. Don't ever let him hear I said that. As far as we all know, it's him. When I argue with him, it's because he needs correcting. Are we all clear on that? But it's not. Who here's been in a situation where you can feel yourself just flaring up?
Yeah.
That emotional reactivity is just, come on, show of hands, be loud and proud, like everyone has. Probably today, it's just this flare up, this feeling, and we think it's them. Has to be, can't possibly be me. Of course it's them, they cut me off. Fuckers. Don't they see how nice my car is? Don't they know who I am? And I'm reacting to the bullshit in my head. I'm not reacting to the car. Because other days, hasn't the car cut you off? And it's like, they should go in. They're obviously in a hurry. And you got the music going and the sun, and it's a beautiful day. You got plenty of time. You don't mind that. Have you had that experience? Yeah. So which was it?
Yes.
Which was it? It's you.
Yeah.
Now we'll do people.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of snuck up on it then by using my husband as the metaphor, but it's the same thing. When you're in a conversation with someone and you feel whatever you're feeling about it, let's go to the darker emotions, the anxiety or the emotional activity or the tension or whatever, and we're so sure if they changed, we wouldn't feel this. And I believe there's some reality to it. If they knocked off that shit, I think the emotional activity for now would go down. But that's not helping me because I'm not dealing with the fact that that emotional activity is caused by me. And it wasn't necessary in the first place. Damn it. But I feel so righteous. I feel so entitled to my feelings. But then, on the other hand, we're teaching emotional intimacy, which is have your feelings and they're all valid. Well, yes, unless the feelings and emotions you're going to are the ones that keep you repeating patterns of behavior and relationships that are fucking you up, then what are you defending?
Yeah.
What are you fighting for? How am I doing with this?
Yeah.
The pattern is there. You're reacting to your thoughts, reacting to your thoughts, reacting to your thoughts. Defending it by saying, I am allowed to feel anything I feel, and it's totally valid to feel anything. You can't go anywhere. Yeah, you can feel it, and you're going to keep creating that. What's your point? Have at it. If you want to keep creating that pattern in that relationship, you should keep doing that. Now, then we say, oh, but they could change, and then it'd be okay. Yeah, but what's the next person you like? What's the next person you meet going to be like? There it is again. Yeah. They're doing the same thing because that's your button. That's your personal nemesis. They are not your nemesis. You are your nemesis. How are we doing with this? Yeah. So if you have a wonderful experience with someone, you're not actually having a great experience with them. Guess what you're doing? Great experience with yourself.